in like 30 to 40 years, we might not be here.
Brunch! Hit it, boys!
It's Monday, and I am pissed at myself.
How come?
Because it took until Saturday for me to start moisturizing. Do you moisturize?
Yeah. What? Like, where?
Your face.
Yes, absolutely.
Good for you. You're smarter than me and every guy in the world.
Well, I kind of was backed into it. I have to because I don't know if you knew this. I was on Accutane for a while.
Yes.
It dries out your skin really, really bad.
Oh.
And so since then, I mean, like I have phases where kind of I don't necessarily need it, but there are also times where like every time I get out of the shower and every time I wash my face, it gets real dry, so I have to moisturize.
Wow. See, I don't have that. One of the few areas in my life where I've been lucky is skin. And
it's a really good place to be lucky.
I know.
Skin will fuck your life up. If you
seriously, you want to know what the other one is?
What?
My sneakers don't get dirty. I see a lot of people.
Not as great.
Yeah, but those are two pretty good ones to have.
See, I'm not a big sneaker guy, so I like it. That doesn't really affect me.
When we went to, I had newish sneakers that I wore to Riot Fest, and they got dirty right away. And I like remarked that, oh, these got dirty quickly. Usually it takes like 5 years for sneakers to look like I fucking worn them.
Wow, that's wild.
Yeah, it's just a really lucky thing because I live a pretty rock and roll lifestyle. Like they should get dirty as hell, but they just don't.
I'm a Converse person. Like 90% of the time I'll wear Converse. I wear the white ones usually.
Yeah.
And if they get dirty, just fucking throw them in the washing machine.
That's pretty good. Your Achilles tendons are going to disintegrate within like a month, but I mean,
and then I get to stay in a wheelchair for the rest of my life.
But they look really cool. You know what
lazy.
I want is, and I think Kellen is actually into them. I think that we discussed this with Kellen at some point. Kellen is into the Chuck. I think they're called Chuck 2s.
Yeah, like
they were the
ones
that had support, and people fucking hated them.
Yeah,
and I thought they were awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Chuck 2s. I don't mind them. I don't have a pair, but I mean, people are resistant to change no matter what. They were a little different from the Chuck 1, so people were like, no, not for me. I like them.
I got some new sneaks on Black Friday because I got way too much shit on Black Friday. I got the same exact... Huh? No, so I got the same exact like black Jordans, whatever Jordan.
Yeah.
Yes. Familiar with him?
Yes.
He
has one shoe. You got the Jordan?
I have these like black Nike shoes that they're black and they have a white swoosh, and people fucking love them. I get more comments on those things than I'll wear like a fun sleek watch or whatever. People won't say shit, and then I wear these stupid fucking sneakers with a swoosh on them, and everyone's like, "Wow, those are really nice." So I just got those same ones in red. Think maybe I'll get as many compliments as before, but I was gonna get Kyrie's. I actually had them in the cart, but
I'm like
the
scared.
discount code didn't apply.
Each promo code brunch didn't take.
It did not take.
Bummer. I'm like scared to get a really nice pair of shoes because I'm afraid that somebody will come up to me and be like, "Yo, I love those Air Max Bounce."
Then you gotta talk about them, Guzzlers,
Adi Yeezy,
the Guzzler
2s, promo code brunch 9s.
Yeah,
and I'd be like, yeah, man. Huge fan. They'd be like, "Yo, do you have the CLNS Radio 4s?" And I'm just like, yeah, I love them.
That's the worst when someone accidentally mistakes you for being down.
Yes. Or just somebody like backs you into a corner of talking about something that you know fucking nothing about.
So you know who does that to a lot of people? You know who's the aggressor with that sort of stuff a lot?
Who?
Me.
Yeah.
One of my coworkers last night said Silver Springs was her favorite song. And I was like, oh boy.
Excuse me. Charge across the room, back her into a corner and say, all right, name your top 4 Fleetwood Mac albums.
No, I was like, it was awesome. And we had this great conversation about Fleetwood Mac, and she knew her shit. But I'm thinking, I was like, she probably doesn't want to spend this entire night speaking to somebody about Fleetwood Mac. I do.
A throwaway line, and then the rest of our night is booked to just talk about Fleetwood Mac to you.
Actually, this was my company holiday party. And the coworker was Trenny Kuznarek, who's the fucking greatest. This is what she did. when we walked into. So we had the party at a normal at a fucking place.
I saw pictures. I could not figure out what the hell it looked like. Some of the pictures looked like they were taken in a bar. Some of them looked like they were taken in someone's basement, and I just had no idea what that party was.
Oh, so there was a small pregame, and then there was the party that was at like a bar restaurant, and then we went to a dive bar after. So there were 3 locations.
God.
And I was on television at 11 o'clock this morning. I was for sure drunk the first hour.
You wore a turtleneck. You wore like a real turtleneck, not a half-assed turtleneck.
Yeah,
straight up to your chin turtleneck.
So it's called a roll neck. And one of my friends asked me what the difference is, and I said it's like a turtleneck, but if someone makes fun of it and they're like, "Oh, stupid turtleneck," you could be like, "Idiot! It's a fucking roll neck. Joke's on you." That's the only difference. It rolls down. It folds down.
The one that's supposed to fold. Is it supposed to fold?
So
down?
when it comes, it just it's very long.
Yeah.
And then you fold it down.
And you didn't fold it down.
Oh no, I fold it down. No, it's
in the pictures that I saw, it was all the way up there.
No, yeah, but it's twice as long as what you're seeing.
Really?
So it goes like.
So you could wear that to the top of your forehead.
I could suffocate myself wearing that. I could die. And I was gonna die anyway because not only is that like having a turtleneck around your neck, it's like having two turtlenecks.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I would.
That's my biggest complaint against turtlenecks is that they're so fucking uncomfortable to wear because it goes all the way up your fucking neck. I could not imagine.
But goddamn, if they don't look amazing,
they don't. Turtlenecks are not for me.
I don't love them. I try to get so. I've got the third thing that I've got going for me
a long neck.
Is I've got the fucking best Adam's apple that there's ever been. I have an outstanding Adam's apple.
I wouldn't say that.
My friend Brad has a good Adam's apple. He's probably the closest to me, maybe. But I have a crazy. When we built our dream guys, right? I think I chose my own.
Yes. So you don't like hiding it?
Well, I feel like if you wear a turtleneck and you've got a good Adam's apple, it's like wearing a muscle tee.
It pokes through, and you can see the definition through the shirt.
Exactly. So, no matter what the rest of the shirt's going on. So again, I'm perpetually between a medium and a large. And this sweater was a large, and it didn't look great because it was kind of loose in some areas below. But I knew no one's fucking looking at my chest here. They are going right to the fucking jugular.
Is your Adam's apple good enough to poke through 2 layers of turtleneck?
Yeah. There was a picture where I saw I had the Adam's apple camel toe. I had
the Adam's toe.
I had the Adam's apple bulge, and people were like, "Wait a second, wait." What you got that sock in your neck for? I was like, yo, seriously, no, that's en natural. And then I rolled it down, and everyone was like, dude, you're in public, gross. But yeah,
is it cold in here?
Yeah. They're like, hey, is it? Are you happy to see me, or do you just have a big Adam's apple? Is that a flaccid Adam's apple? What are you doing?
Are you a grower or a shower?
Yeah. It was terrific though, and I wore a plaid thing over it. It was a pretty good ensemble.
It was a good ensemble.
Yeah.
I couple things on fashion. Somebody gave me shit on Twitter today for wearing shirts too small.
I saw that. I was mad for you.
It happens a lot. Happens a lot. People say that I wear shirts that are too small for me. That's not true. It's a very, very unique struggle that I have. I think I'm a very short person, and I'm thick. I have the ICC.
I don't know if you're thick
in the muscle sense.
Oh yeah. You're built. You're built. I was gonna say
it's very difficult to not look like I'm wearing shirts that are too small because I'm a medium in everything. In any case, I'm always a medium. It comes off as just medium because it's hard to if I buy a large,
the fit in the chest and the belly is medium.
I fill it out and the appropriate length. I fill out the appropriate length, but it's very tight on the arms usually.
Yeah.
So people make fun of me. And I was like, dude, leave me the fuck alone. Well, stop caring about what shirts. That
exactly.
I'm wearing.
Unless it's there are very few things where you can really get on somebody for, like, if like nobody came up to me last night and was like, nice fucking sweater, asshole. And if they did, I'd be like, mind your own fucking business.
Right.
Why the fuck do you care? Don't you have anyone here? Doesn't anyone here? Don't you have any friends? Go talk to your fucking friends, you asshole.
I mean, you also made a good point. It's like, congrats to you for conscientiously making the decision to look worse.
For choosing to look worse, yes.
It's like I could wear a large shirt.
Yeah.
I could upgrade to large, and maybe I would get less comments about being like, oh, fucking shirt's tight.
Yeah.
But I would be wearing a shirt that's fucking too long for me, and I would look like an idiot.
Right.
I look like a slob.
I've had friends who are like, so, like, what do you do for your hair? What do you do to your hair? And I'm just like, I put some pomade in it, and I just hit it with some spray afterwards. And they're like, well, what kind of pomade do you use? And I'm like, oh, it's the stuff, I get it from my barber. It comes in, like, a really small glass thing. It's tiny, and it's, like, $25 for, like, the smallest amount. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, the reason I do it is because it makes my hair look good.
Right.
I'm trying to make myself look good. That's what I'm going for with it.
There's nothing better than the friend who asks about that stuff, not to be a dick, but like is genuinely curious about like what you use.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, like what do you put in your hair? Because it looks good.
Yeah, guys.
And I would like to know.
Don't talk about shit like that enough.
The ratio of guys who are like, oh, what do you put in your hair? What are you, gay?
Yeah.
And it's like the ratio to that to being somebody who's like genuinely curious. Because the people that ask that, like, what do you put in your hair? Fucking gay?
Yeah.
Like they want to know because they think your hair looks good. And they just don't want to seem like they're like, hey, I'm giving you a compliment right now about your hair.
Also, what are you gay has to be the meanest, most tormenting thing.
Compliment ever.
Like the most tormenting insult. They're like, what are you, gay? And it's like, no. It sounds fucking awesome, but no. If like only, man.
It's like the most misguided compliment ever.
Oh, yeah. That's why, like, I think I've said this before.
Wow, your hair looks perfect and your clothes are great. What are you, gay?
Right. So now there was like a 6 to 7 year period where the what are you, gay stopped with me. And I think it's because being gay became cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, he's definitely not cool. So we can rule out the gay thing. But now I feel like I'm kind of re-entering the cycle of old white people in Boston coming across me and being like, seems to me that this guy is a homosexual, and they tell like my bosses and shit. And
I love the guy on Twitter who the Kevin Can Wait.
I muted him today.
Did you?
I'll unmute him.
You've gotten so much content out of him.
Yeah.
There's a guy, for anybody who listens to the show and is not aware, there's a guy on Twitter who is like the biggest Kevin Can Wait super fan of all time, who just tunes into not CSN, NBC Sports Boston presented by Xfinity.
That's right.
Tunes in every week, sees DJ on the TV, and is surprised every single week that DJ is still employed by NBC Sports.
I don't think that he's surprised that I'm still employed. I think that he's like, why is he on? Like every time he's like, why'd they put him on this week? I think that he thinks every week they start the show and they're like, you know who we should bring in for this one is DJ, the guy from this show. Every time he's like, I tune in to see Felger, and what do you know? They cut to DJ again. I'm like, yes, because that's how the show goes.
This is my flagship program that you keep turning into.
Yeah, this is the only show that like I am on full time.
A staple of.
Yeah, the other ones I just kind of I kind of parachute in and out. This is the show where they're like, tune into this show with this guy, and DJ, and every time he's like, oh, if I wanted to see a millennial, I would choose to not, and then instead watch. He always tags Kevin Can Wait. He doesn't say Kevin Can Wait. He says like at Kevin Can Wait CBS.
Yes. Yeah. Which, by the way, that show, like, I think like they just.
I will never give it a chance.
No, but like I did notice that now Leah Remini is a part of it.
Yeah.
Remini.
Yeah.
They just kind of just were like, hey, this isn't going the way that we want. Let's just do King of Queens again.
How much money do you think they're paying her?
Gotta be a lot.
She must have
gotta be a lot.
That must be the dream scenario for a
sitcom actress.
An employee. Yeah, like if my company was ever like, man, DJ's slacking. What can we do to what can we do to lift him back up? What can we do to get him to kind of hit his stride again? Ooh, maybe Pete seems to get the best out of him. You could be like $1 million, motherfucker.
It would be like you, like NBC Sports Boston presented by
Xfinity.
Yes, that. It would be like if they were like, "Hey DJ, we want you to do a podcast. You got to stop doing brunch, but we're going to partner with you with this person." And it just got terrible listens. Yeah. They were like, "Fuck, this isn't working out." But we're not ready to scrap it. What can we do to correct this? Let's bring in
$2 million for Pete.
I love brunch, or brunch seemed to work. People liked it. Let's bring in Pete, see if we can make this work for us. Okay, Pete, what do you want? Okay, give me $10 billion.
$10 billion, and also give DJ a $3,000. What's the thing where if you recommend someone that they hire, they give you a bonus?
Referral bonus?
Like a referral bonus.
Using promo code brunch.
That happens with a lot of my friends at their jobs. They'll get, like, another one of our friends a job, and they get, like, $5,000. That's fucking crazy.
It's unbelievable.
That's wild. Like, if in this business, if I were like, hey, you guys should look at Pete. He's really good. They'd be like, ooh, okay, so we checked him out, and it seems that he's younger than you. And maybe we can just get rid of you.
Here's your $5,000 severance.
Right, yeah, exactly. Like, we'll just, okay, thank you for finding us a young, capable person. Goodbye.
Young, more handsome version of you.
Thank
you.
Yes, exactly. More handsome. I don't know. We got that in a...
We can't keep doing this. We've done this 5 million times.
We got that
I'm more handsome than you. It's okay.
I was doing an Instagram live thing, and the way
Yes, I was there.
I think that if we were on like a handsome ballot, you would win, but I would get more first place votes. I think that's
I'm less unique looking than you are.
Right, so that's what I'm saying.
Tailor
to
some people's tastes.
Like whoever thinks I'm really handsome, they're not going to give me like a third place vote.
Like I'm a Colin Jost type. Where it's
no.
Well, I'm more handsome.
I'm speaking to you.
I am more generically, classically handsome.
Yeah, I would say I never know what classically handsome means. I always
like generic.
It like looks like a handsome guy, yes. Right? But like you, so that makes my life kind of tough though, because from one person to the next, like someone could think that I'm very handsome, and then the next person legitimately could think I'm fucking gross. No one's going to think that you're gross.
Right. If you're going on a blind date, it could really go like one way or the other.
Totally. Right. It is 50-50.
For
kind of like that, though. It adds a little more thrill to life. Like, going through life not knowing if people find you attractive is pretty exciting.
Well, I guess...
Or not knowing if every person finds me. People find me attractive.
But, like, I get tagged on Twitter, like, being like, this person looks like you, probably once every 3 days, which sucks. Because 90% of the time, I don't want to look like that person. It's just, like, some dude with fucking glasses. This is a white dude with decent hair with glasses. Everybody says that I look like them.
I get tagged all the time. Every time that fucking picture of young Joseph Stalin comes up. And the thing that sucks...
because you look exactly like him.
And I actually get mad because it's so fucked up. Like, I'm, like, committed to this now. I'm upset that I look like such a fucking monster, but I do. And
nothing you can do about it. You have to embrace it at this point.
Right. And someone because every now and then that picture circulates throughout the internet where people are like, "Oh, Joseph Stalin was very handsome when he was young," and
history then pics.
Right? Yeah, and then people will be like, "Oh shit, that's at DJ Bean," and. One time someone else responded was like, no, he's a Maple Leafs fan that we follow. Jeff Villette.
Yeah.
Villette, nice guy, loves his stuff. Follow him on Twitter. And someone responded, they were like, no, that's at Jeff Villette. And I looked at Jeff's picture. I was like, no, it fucking isn't. That's me.
It's way more you than Jeff.
Right. Like, please, a little respect. And there was also a thing going around, like someone had posted on Reddit, like, how do you get hair like how Joseph Stalin had when he was young? And I answered it.
Oh no! Why would you do that?
Because I was like, because someone had,
Don't do that. You just let that one slip, dude.
well, I'm not saying like, here's how you can look like Joseph Stalin. It's like, this is because I think it's like our nose and I don't know. I actually think that like we completely just look similar. But yeah, I was like, he did his hair the way I do my hair. And I was like, I don't know if he had access to this pomade or if American Crew finishing spray was around.
Probably just did it with blood of his
right.
victims.
Oh, the fucking worst. But that's my fucking luck that when someone's like, ooh, this person's very handsome.
Like, ooh, you're really
it looks like DJ.
He's a fucking murderer.
Satan.
Mass murderer.
He's like your fucking worst nightmare. The last person with whom you'd want to be associated.
Well, I'm sorry. I apologize. It's a tough break.
Another thing that happened at the holiday party was, remember when we discussed the Christmas presents or Christmas lists, and you said as soon as you tell people what you want, because you don't know what you want, so you say like 2 fucking things you don't really want just so people will get off your back.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you realize things you want. At the holiday party, one of my coworkers had a Polaroid camera, and not like one of these fucking like the last like 5 years, I would say
It's become
like,
cool to have cheap ass Polaroids,
like Fujifilm and who else? Like Kodak has made them, and they're smaller,
the skinny
and
ones.
like there's strips and stuff, and it's fun playing with those or whatever.
Yeah.
But he had a Polaroid reissued. Like they're $100.
They're $100. I figured they would be like $400.
Well, the film is where it gets you. He said that he brought like a bunch of film. So say, I don't know, he took probably like 50 pictures or something. And he said that he'd spent $100 on the camera and $150 on film. God. So like the film is
I'd rather spend the fucking $150 or $200 on a camera and then have the film be cheap, because that's what that's your recurring expense.
Well, it's the Chris Rock thing where he says they shouldn't make guns expensive. They should make bullets expensive.
Yeah, it makes you think. It makes you. It's like do I want to take a picture of this?
And that's what I really like. I was having a fucking love affair with this camera last night because we were taking pictures, and like if there was a cool candid moment, you just grab it. Those things are great for candids.
Yeah.
And I took a picture, and when it developed, my friend Evan, whose camera it was, he was like, "Oh,
was it Evan Drellick's?"
Evan Drellick. It was he was very pleasantly surprised with himself that he'd done such a cool thing.
Yeah, he doesn't seem. No offense to Evan Drellick, but he doesn't seem like not like a hipster, like cutting edge of cool.
Yeah, as you get to know Evan, you find that he is like sweeter and sweeter and sweeter.
Oh, he's great.
A
I
very
like him.
sweet guy. One of our coworkers does impressions of all of us.
Yeah,
and it's like kind of problematic. And I was like, "Yo, do an impression of Evan," and his impression was just like being really nice, and everyone was like, "Oh my god,
nailed it!
That's fucking Evan." So anyway, so I took a picture of one of my coworkers, and she was just like at the bar laughing. So I just took a picture. And when it developed, he was like, "Oh yeah, see, I knew that like you'd aimed it too high or whatever. So like there was like a lot of the ceiling and stuff." But we looked at it and it was like, "Yeah, but look, so she's like the main thing in the picture, but kind of out of focus. And here, this guy's kissing his girlfriend in the back, and then this guy's doing this, and it's just like
there's a lot to take in,
right? Like." I forgot about fucking bad pictures, because when you take a bad picture now, you just say, all right, get rid of it, we'll do it again, and you wait until you look super skinny or you're making the right face.
Right. So it's not like wait until, or like this is a bad picture. It's just like every picture looks the same now. Because everybody's aiming for the same
pose
shit. Every picture looks the fucking same. So when you like don't have the chance to take 3 in a row and get exactly what you want,
right?
You get one shot at it, shit's gonna be different,
right?
And like you get surprising results, which may not seem great at first, but like the longer you take to soak them in, they can be great.
So great. Like there was a picture I took at the pregame where some of my coworkers were just sitting around and they were talking, and one of them was like taking a bite of cheese and like realizing a picture was being taken.
That's the best.
And it's just so fucking good. And I realized like
pictures have been ruined.
Yes, yeah. Like I know that people would think I'd be such a fucking tool if I did this, but I kind of just want to stop taking pictures on my phone. And
Dude, just get a disposable camera.
Right. Well, that would be cool too.
That's the best because you can't see what the pictures fucking look like.
Right. But I was like, I kind of just want to get one of these fucking things and take pictures where a person should take pictures at fucking Christmas, at a birthday party, shit like that. Like, don't
Like, you
bring
have
the
to
Polaroid to a
Right.
concert and take a fucking picture of the stage so you
Right.
can say, I swear to God, I
was
saw
here,
fucking
yeah.
this. And I'm super guilty of that. It
Yeah.
just kind of made me realize that
Yeah, like I'm telling you,
JGL
man.
voice, we're doing a bad thing here.
Right. Like, I swear to God, man, pictures have been ruined, and it's. I do agree with you. Like, it's a cool thing to be like, okay, I'm going to bring this camera because it's going to be something that I want to capture moments from. Like, now everything is something that you can fucking capture moments from.
Right.
Like, it kind of cheapens it.
And you can manipulate it. Like like I would love for there to be a picture of like me and Emilio just looking at each other, like both fucking smiling. Maybe he's like sticking his tongue out or something. Give me 10 minutes and we can do that. We just take enough fucking pictures, but really there's a bunch of outtakes of him trying to fucking like eat me or whatever. But you get that picture and then you're like, a Saturday with my bestie and shit like that. So I've fallen out of love with, I think I've used this term on here. I call it playing Instagram.
Yeah.
You want to play Instagram. You want to go out. You want to dress great with all your friends and say, "Oh, look, we're all posing and shit." Like, I'm over that.
I hate when people like take time away from what they're doing to get an Instagram.
Yeah.
That's the worst to me. And like my biggest thing with pictures though is that like it makes me freak out when I think about it, knowing like in like 30 to 40 years. We might not be here. We might not get that far. But if we do get that far in 30 to 40 years, like my childhood was like spent going through photo albums and looking through photo albums and shit like that. Like, how much of what's happening from here in the next 10
Yeah,
or 20
what's going to be
years,
retained?
What's going to be in a physical form, or like what's even going to be saved?
Yeah.
Because like when you switch from phone to phone or something like that,
Oh, yeah.
you lose a ton of shit. Like,
I've
I know,
lost.
I know there's ways to keep that shit. I know that people can print it out and stuff. But how many times do you actually follow through with that? How often do you actually put something into physical form that you have on your phone?
Never. And I mean, there's a great picture of my parents that I want to get framed for them for Christmas, and I took it on my phone, and I had to send it to Adam to be like, yo, is there any way that you can make this picture actually look good? Because it looks good on the phone, but even when I like sent it to myself and tried to open it in Photoshop, it's just like, oh, right, this is kind of shitty, you know? So, yeah, but I think I'm just going to like order a bunch of those cameras and give them to people for Christmas or something, because I just always want them around. But I'm like, fuck, I really want one of those fucking cameras now. Another thing that I want... my friend told me, they make glasses. Apparently, Pardon My Take advertises them. They make glasses for
blue blockers?
For blue lights.
Yeah.
I want those things.
I mean, I probably should want them because
I don't care about
spend
the
my entire fucking life in front
Right.
of a TV and computer screen.
Right, but I don't. I just want that. I want them for fashion purposes.
I don't even know what they look like in terms of like.
They
just
make
look like regular
ones.
glasses?
They make what are those called? The Turin. What's the imitation game? Alan Turing, the guy who made the machine that beat Enigma, World War II.
Imitation Game. I didn't see it.
Really?
Nope.
It was with Keira Knightley and Benedict Cumberbatch. He played a gay guy who made this machine that figured out how to decode Nazi letter things. But then, and it was a great thing, and he saved a lot of lives. And they were like, "Wait, but you're gay though? Yeah, you got to go to jail."
Ooh, that's a
Yeah,
bummer.
didn't stick the landing there.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with The Batch.
Yeah, I'm not watching whatever. What was he's in a Superman thing?
He is Doctor Strange.
I don't fucking watch Harry Potter, so gross. But yeah, I've always wanted to have like glasses for some reason, just to be able to pop them on. If I wore fucking glasses with a turtleneck last night, come on.
I mean, and I do understand the struggle there because if you wear fake glasses, like just blank lenses.
So I've got those, and you feel like an asshole, and it just feels wrong, and they feel cheap, and
right. And if somebody's like, "Hey, let me try those on," and they're like, "Oh, you're wearing fake glasses,"
right?
You're fucking lame.
But these are $100, so I feel like if anything is $100, it's justified in some way, shape, or form.
I've actually thought about like getting laser eye surgery, but
you
then
won't be able to wear glasses anymore.
Right, exactly. That's basically the cost of it. Like, if I were to be offered laser eye surgery for free, just
if like a Dr. Robert Leonard
exactly,
came
if
along.
I was Dr. Robert Leonard and they were like, "Hey, I'll fix your eyes for free,"
yeah,
I don't know if I'd do it because I fucking love my glasses. I'm wearing my glasses right now. Glasses are an accessory. And sometimes they just bring a look together.
Yeah,
I actually just like having my glasses. But so I don't know if I'd do it.
Right, like I'm pretty on the record of I rarely wear belts. I don't wear them a lot. I almost never wear them with a suit. If I'm tucking in my shirt, I'll rock a belt. But I just am of the belief that belts are a vestigial organ. They're not needed anymore because now they make pants that fit, and belts were made back when they didn't make pants that fit. But if someone was like, "Hey, so you want me to take all your belts off your hands?" I'd be like, "No, I fucking need them."
Right. I need them just in case.
Yeah, I don't want to not be able to ever wear a belt.
Right.
Yeah. So that was some actually good, fun fashion talk. Easy returned this week.
Before we do that,
reviews.
Yes, we have some stuff. We have some housekeeping that we need to do. First of all, we had reviews last week that we never got to. We had different excuses for it because you said that we didn't want to take any time away from the Thunder Talk.
Yeah, a lot of good Thunder Talk last
week.
Pretty
true. Never want to take time away from the Thunder Talk.
That will never be totally done. Like, you guys think...
I'm moving on.
Like, it appears the killer's dead. But just so like, the killer's never dead.
But like when he strikes again, it'll be headline worthy.
Yes, right,
so
exactly.
I think that there needs to be a lull.
Exactly.
And then we bring back Thunder just when you think
Well, there has been a lot of copycat Thunderers.
I have noticed that, yes.
I saw this, like, people who don't follow me, I saw things being retweeted to me that people were obsessing over Thunder last week, and I traced it back, and it was because they weren't trying to like rip us off or anything.
But it was just like they saw that it was
just
becoming
a thing,
yeah.
And they were like, "Oh fuck yeah, I want to play."
Right.
So it was pretty cool.
So we have reviews. We didn't get to them last week. My excuse was that people didn't give us reviews for like 3 or 4 weeks, so we just stopped checking, and then we got a bunch of them. So thank you very much. If you want to leave us a review, we'll read it on the podcast. Go to listentobrunch.com/review. Here's Worth a Listen by I'm Just Be. Sweet name. It took me an embarrassingly long time to realize that the dish clanging sounds in the background were on purpose. 5 stars.
Great review. The Bad Boys of Podcasting, 5 stars, says David S21. Just a reminder, if you leave us a 5-star review, we'll read it, as long as it's a respectful thing. No hate speak, so here goes. Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, want to let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and want to leave my old life behind. Not a yes, sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer, take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. Thunder, thunder, thunder. Thun, thunder, thunder, lightning, then the thunder, 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 thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are, dreaming about being a big star? They say you're basic. They say you're easy. You're always riding in the back seat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you're clapping in the nosebleeds. Thunder, thunder, thun, thunder, thun, thun, thunder, 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 thun, thunder. Thun, thun, thunder, 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 feel the thunder, lightning, then the thunder, 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 feel the thunder, lightning, then the thunder, 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 feel the thunder, never give up, lightning, then the thunder, thunder, never give up on your dreams, thunder, feel the thunder, never give up, lightning, then the thunder, thunder, never give up on your dreams, thunder, thunder, thun, thunder, thun, thun, thunder, 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 thun, thunder, thun, thun, thunder, 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 thun, thunder, thun, thun, thunder, 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 thun, thunder, thun, thun, thunder, thunder.
I never realized how fucking stupid that
They
song
say
was
you
until-
thunder a shitload in that song.
Shit. You actually brought this up last week. The line about the guy being in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, it's like
you're making
jokes
fun of
on
somebody
you,
who's
you
supporting
fucking
you.
paying customers, idiot. Billy Joel would always shout out the people in the nosebleeds. He would always say like, "Thanks to the people who are probably the real fans sitting in the nosebleeds,
Like,
and to you people in the front, thank you for putting my daughter through college."
Right? Yes. Well, I mean, like the people in the nosebleeds, that's a larger percentage of their income.
Right? Yeah, totally.
They are making more of an effort to come see you.
Well, it's like the thing there's a thing in the Bible, I think. Someone, like a homeless person, gave 1 cent and it was all they had. And that was more than like the rich person who gave $10.
Right.
Which is a good example of the Bible being pretty dumb because
$10
is way more than 1 cent.
But the nosebleeds is how I got my career started.
That's right. From nosebleeds.
My blog.
I had to get my nose cauterized. We've talked about this.
Yeah. Snowflakes with Great Takes by Biff the Flash Rogers. That's a very that headline makes me feel very it gives me mixed emotions because
I'm always okay with being called a snowflake because if they're serious, it means that they're a snowflake.
Right. So like the fact that they say we have great takes means that they're also a snowflake.
Yes.
Young Joseph Stalin's doppelganger.
There we go.
Wow. In a fun size Sean Thornton. I've got that before. Talk about everything from movies to pop culture to what people are enraged about at the start of each week. Once you get over the feeling of listening in on a conversation that you're not a part of, you begin to realize how great their takes are and how many even find yourself adopting some of them. Phenomenal podcast. 9.5 out of 10. 5% off.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
I like it.
That's great.
You know what? Hit us up. Whoever left that review, hit us up on Twitter. We're going to give you a promo code just for you. When you use it, order the merch. You'll get it in the mail.
Speaking of great reviews, that to incentivize great reviews, I got a couple bobbleheads in the mail from the LA Kings.
Ooh.
Tyler Toffoli Santa bobbleheads.
Nice.
They're pretty great. I kept one for myself, but they sent me a bunch of them. They sent me a handful of them. So I'm going to give them away. I'm going to give them away to the best reviews. We'll
Christmas
give it a couple
reviews.
weeks.
Holiday reviews.
Yeah, let's give holiday-themed reviews.
Well, give us some holly jolly reviews.
Yes. Over the next few weeks, if you give us a holiday-themed review, any holiday you want.
Yeah.
Any holiday you want. It
Any
doesn't have to
holiday.
be Christmas. But
Yeah.
best holiday-themed reviews, leave your Twitter handle in the review, and you might win a bobblehead. It's a great bobblehead. You don't have to be a Kings fan. It's just a great-looking bobblehead.
So, Kellen, play your cards right. You just might
Yes.
get that Kings merch.
Yeah, so leave your Twitter handle. Go to listentobrunch.com/review. Leave us a good one, and you might win something. Also, support our Patreon. We've gotten some...
big thanks to people who are doing that.
Seriously, like people have... I'm surprised. Somebody gave us a pledge $10 a month.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they realized that it was 10.
So
that's
huge thing. Want to make sure that
recurring
everybody
charge.
knows it's a recurring charge. So give us as much or as little as you would like. Please err on the side of giving us as little as you'd like.
It makes us feel better.
Because this is like, I mean, obviously we were able to do this podcast for 2 years without making $0.0. In fact, we're spending money on having the website and everything and shit like that. But any money that we can have, like if it's fucking tiny, like we don't want a lot of money from you guys. Okay, just.
I would love a lot of money from you guys.
But I want to stress, I don't want
a little money from a lot of people.
Right. I don't want the Patreon to be. I mean, it would be unbelievable if it was. I don't want the Patreon to be like what supports us. You know, I want it to be someone just giving us a shitload of money because we're fucking awesome.
Yes.
You know, like we don't want to bleed you guys dry. So we are super grateful to you guys that are giving 1, 2, 10, 300 a month. Really fucking nice.
I also just want to stress, we said this in the last episode when we introduced the Patreon, but it's really not for us.
Yes.
It's for first of all, it's for Ryan and the people that we need to pay for doing great shit for us, but also it's for the opportunities that we want to have to kind of
like if you
do
want to travel to
different
something,
shit,
if you
yes.
want to, I was telling you a while ago, I was like, we're paying off a bunch of shit that we've fucking bought here, and I was like, it would be really fucking nice for when tax season comes to have like $1,000 set aside, because I have no fucking idea what we're
gonna
owe
shit.
for.
Yes.
I think we're gonna owe a lot of money. So like if we can, if until we become fucking rock stars, if the podcast is able to support itself, then that's a fucking win for us.
We need the podcast to support our rockstar lifestyles.
Yes,
that's what we
exactly.
Need. So yeah, if you want to help us out and pledge as little as you want, as little
also,
as $1.
as soon as that changes, we'll let you know. Like, because maybe at some point we'll be fucking rolling in it, and maybe at some point we will start paying ourselves. We'll let you know when that change happens.
We'll be transparent.
If at that point you want to be like, all right, fuck these guys.
Right. Because you can pull. I think you can pull like whenever you want.
Oh no. They are locked in. We have their credit card information now.
It is a 10-year contract.
You have signed over your credit card. We got you with the $1 charge, and that's going to be... We changed the algorithm, so every day is a month.
We are movie passing you.
Yes.
So if you want to support us and pledge, patreon.com/listen to brunch.
What did you think of season 2 of Easy?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I want to put that out there. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You got to watch it again. And you will.
Yeah, I know I will. I watched the... I don't often watch new things multiple times in, like, the first year of its release.
Yeah.
I watched Easy multiple times.
Same.
I liked it. I really did. I was left a little bit unsatisfied.
So was I, just because I
always want more of
I
Easy.
Lost track of it only being 8 episodes.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was 10. I told you this.
Yeah.
We were planning on waiting until I finished. I thought it was 10. It was 8, and so I was just like, done.
Yeah.
I'm always left feeling unsatisfied if I don't know the end is coming.
What did you think of it leaving off with a Makushki? Is that her name?
Who?
Kate
Is that the girl, the
Macarena?
small face?
Yeah.
I thought that episode was great.
That was in my top 3 favorite episodes. I hate her in a lot of things, and I fucking love her in Easy.
Really?
I think she's like I
Well,
don't enjoy
she
Garfunkel
plays, like,
and
the
Oates.
same
Right.
kind of thing in everything.
And I did not enjoy her character on Scrubs, but I loved her in Don't Think Twice, and both of her episodes of Easy are awesome.
This seems like the kind of perfect role for her, because like just her entire presence, her look, her just kind of the way she carries herself. She's like a person that you really like, but also has like a somewhat sadness to her.
Yeah.
And she just really pulls that off well. Like,
she's melancholy.
Yeah, she's really good at like the 1,000-yard stare, where you're like, what's on your mind? What's bothering you?
Yeah.
There's some shit that's going wrong in your life.
Yeah. But she's great. I really liked her episode. I loved the Mark Maron episode.
I love the Mark Maron episode.
That was probably the best of the season, I think. And I loved the open marriage episode because
that was great.
That woman is so hot.
She has a big forehead.
Right, I know, and that's usually something that I notice that makes me sound like an asshole. But like everyone has their thing that like if someone has a thing, they're like, oh,
She for sure wasn't the hottest person in the series this year.
Well, Aubrey Plaza. Makeup Aubrey Plaza. Mwah,
love I think we both love Efron, or not Efron, Franco's brother's wife.
Aya Cash.
Yeah, Aya Cash. She's great.
Oh god, I love her.
Also, Franco's wife or girlfriend is unbelievable.
Yeah, super, super pretty.
Yeah, it's just like there's a lot of pretty women in this series. But
my girl Judy Greer was in it.
Yeah, I've never had like a Judy Greer thing. She always looks so fucking tired.
I think she's so attractive.
She's always looks so fucking tired.
Yeah.
She just looks like she hasn't slept in 90 days.
Maybe that's what, so like normally I'm not attracted to people who are like me, but maybe that's just
that's your thing.
I just see myself in her.
For this season though, I thought a lot of it was hit or miss. There were some episodes that I just wasn't into and had like really no interest in. But I would say a good majority of them, I was very, very pleased.
The Judy Greer episode, the daughter was such a fucking asshole that I couldn't enjoy it.
I love that episode. I mean, like, the daughter was such an asshole.
The story was, unbelievable.
Was great, and not every story in Easy, like, comes around.
Yeah.
Which is I think is a good thing for Easy, because it's like a vignette, and, like, you you don't always get a conclusion to a vignette.
Right,
It's
yeah.
just like a snapshot. There's shit that happens afterwards. You don't know.
Yeah.
And so I like that about it. This one had like a full circle kind of story, and she really was a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch that episode and you don't get mad and you don't get furious, then you're a fucking asshole.
I think her dad had like a line that was like, I forget, it was like you're doing a great thing, but you're doing it in
the
like
wrong way for the wrong purpose.
Yeah, or like with like the wrong intentions.
Right, exactly. And like, but at some point, like in that storyline, the parents came around and like they were the assholes.
Yeah.
So like it was a real full circle kind of episode, and that's really hard to do in 30 minutes.
Right. I liked that. Was her name Jo?
Yeah, the lesbian.
The lesbian.
Yeah.
I love her character. She wasn't in. Did she have her own episode this season? I feel like she did.
No, she was in. Well, she was with. She was in the Judy Greer episode with the asshole child, and then she had the episode with her girlfriend in the art gallery.
Why don't I remember that?
The burlesque episode.
When she, you know what? I'll be honest. I think I fell asleep during that episode. Yeah. So I watched it.
Didn't like that one either.
Watched it at the end of the night Friday, then got up in the morning. I was going to the Celtics game, and then I had a fucking long ass day, and I was like, I'm going to bang out a bunch of episodes now. So I think I just skipped to the next one. So I think I didn't finish that one.
Yeah, I really liked the...
Her girlfriend in those is also very attractive.
They both don't shave their armpits, which is a large turnoff for me.
Yes.
They're feminists,
yes.
So that's kind of... the Jo girl doesn't shave her legs either, I noticed that.
Yes, yeah, they showed the legs hanging out with the hair.
I mean, if that's your thing, good for you. I would prefer that any girl that I'm interested in shave her legs.
Right. She does. She has a very pretty face, though.
Oh, absolutely. They both do.
Yeah, and her hair is great. That guy casts well. We should have tried to get Joe Swansberg, whatever.
Yeah, he did every episode, right?
Yeah, he's like it's his thing.
Passion project.
Yeah,
he is so fucking good.
Yeah,
the Mark Maron one I thought was unbelievable. I was a little disappointed in the Brewery Brothers one. It wasn't enough for me.
Because when it started, I was like, all right, this is the moment I've been waiting for.
Exactly,
like undivided attention.
Yeah, exactly. And like half of the episode was about the wives, or the girlfriends, significant others, which like is fine. I like that they're giving them like their own sort of branch off storyline.
Yeah,
I would have appreciated like a secondary episode like they did last year, the first season, because that's the most interesting storyline to me and the one that I'm most invested in. And I don't know, I felt like they just kind of like the Dave Franco and his brother. I'm sorry, I don't know the other guy's fucking
Evan
name.
Jonikit.
Sure, but like there was no growth in those characters.
Well, so there wasn't growth in their characters, but like there's a dichotomy that exists with those guys where no matter what the circumstances, like he's always gonna Dave Franco is always gonna be creative or always gonna be wanting to do some cool stuff.
He's
and
like the left brain,
right,
or whatever that is,
whatever
side of the brain, and the brother is the other side.
But
of
like
the brain.
no matter what the circumstances, the brother is gonna be stressed and like because remember in season 1 he hated his job and he like wanted to get away from it,
right?
And he's now created the right job for him. And he seems like a guy who hates his job.
Right, because he's like, he just forces himself to do everything and fucking is doing, he's like, he likes the idea of the brewery, but then it comes time to putting in the work.
Right.
And
no, so that's the thing, like, I don't think it's that he doesn't want to put in the work. I think that he wants to put in the shitty work. He wants to be the one that's like, well, we have to do this. And like, I just feel like he wants to be stressed out about stuff, you know?
And also, fucking Dave Franco. Dave Franco's character made me mad this season because he's like he did his thing. Like he fucking he's not a guy who like hates his job, but like he is always striving to be more creative. But he's not like he's not a realist. He's a fucking idealist. He always wants to be doing whatever he wants to do, even if it doesn't make sense for like the big picture. He just always wants to be having fun and like sometimes, dude, like if you're in a fucking career, it's not always going to be fun. It's not 100% fun.
Right. It's like the Vinny Chase shit where he's like, oh, whatever, it'll just all work out. And it's like, motherfucker, like people are trying to make money off you. Like this isn't just about you and whether or not you have fun.
Right.
The scene where they took the garage door back was terrific.
Mwah.
I could watch James Franco hyping up or like getting excited about taking a garage door back all day. Because that scene could have been 10 seconds long, and instead it was like an hour of like, are we going to do this? Dude, don't act like we're going to do it unless we're going to do it. I want to do it. Let's do it.
I haven't seen The Disaster Artist, and it's getting great reviews, so I'm hesitant to say that Dave Franco plays the same fucking character in everything that he's ever been in. But he always just fucking plays Dave
dumb,
Franco.
Adorable idiot.
Yes.
Yeah,
he is the cutest.
Which is funny because he's older than me. He's like a fucking 35-year-old guy, and he's just
cute as fuck.
He's like a
he's adorable
12-year-old idiot.
Yes. But yeah, like he's the same fucking person in everything, and I love him to everything, and I don't want him to ever change. Like I don't want to see him play a depressed person.
Yeah,
I love Dave Franco. I want him to be cute and happy and. Veins bulging out of him and like a lot struggling of veins. To talk.
Also, they needed to have him in more jean jackets this episode because he had too much of a Hollywood body.
Oh yeah.
Did you see? Oh yeah, his arms were
ripped?
like phenomenal, and I was like,
it.
It was like he had like the post push-ups arms going on.
Zac Efron arms.
Yes, and so it was like,
hang out with Zac Efron.
Dude, like if you just started a fucking brewery with your out of shape brother, there's no, and like you smoke weed all day.
All they do is drink and smoke weed. There's no way that guy works out.
Like you're probably eating the fucking dog treats that your girl is making. He's a new dad. There's no way that his arms just got fucking huge in that time.
But like his character was very confusing to me because. Well, not confusing. I kind of understand it, but he's like always like wants to be doing shit that he wants to do, and so like the fact that he just gave up the brewery thing and was like, I'm gonna stay home, dude. He's gonna be tired of that in a month.
Yeah,
he's gonna be home with a baby for a month, and then he's gonna be like.
Oh, I want to make what if I mix beer with orange juice and do it?
So that made me mad, but like that's a good story. Like they're sticking with his character.
Yeah.
That's fucking his character flaw. So I like it. I still want to fucking spin off of that. If there's anything on TV that I can make a spin off, it's that fucking storyline. I also really loved the Uber. Like
that was a good one.
As soon as they got to when they did the stand-up comedian thing, I was like, oh, great, another fucking stand-up comedian storyline. Not enough of that in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But as soon as he was like, oh, I got an Uber tonight, I was like, easy and an Uber driver?
Yeah.
That's a fucking fantastic combination that could go any place. It could be magnificent.
Because, not to be this fucking guy, but that show is so real.
Exactly.
Like all of it is so
that's
the sex scenes are like
you're not being that guy. Like the thing that Easy prides itself on, I think
it's just like authentic
more than
fuck.
anything is being authentic and just being real as shit. Whether it's depressing, whether it's fucking happy, and like any emotion that you want, you can get from fucking Easy, which is great.
Yeah, I don't know, everything about it is. It's more authentic than is normally portrayed in shit. Yeah, and when I was watching it, like the open relationship episode or the open marriage episode, there was like a lot of sex scenes, and I was like, that's like the closest to like hookups unfolding as you'll see on a TV show.
Well, now that we're fucking here, we gotta talk about this. You watched it before I did. I texted you on Saturday. I said, hey. I'm going to be watching Easy tonight with my mom. Are there any episodes that I should skip for sex purposes? Because I know in the first season there was a lot of sex-themed episodes. Which ones should I not watch with my mom to avoid awkward situations? So you said skip episode 2, which is with the original couple, because it's about the open marriage and they're like real-life sex. So I did. I watched the first episode. Went off without a hitch. I was like, okay, let's skip episode 2. Told my mom, DJ, let me know. Hey, there's some sex in here. I don't want to watch this with you. Episode
It's
3.
not about like not wanting to watch sex things with your parents. If there's any, it's not like showing
do
sex,
the sex.
it's hearing sex with like that. That was what always weirded me out. Like if I was watching a movie with my parents, if they showed someone walk through with like their shirt off or whatever,
that's
like
fine,
that
yeah.
was fine. But like if there's the sounds of sex, you're like, oh no.
If there's any like prolonged sex
Yeah.
theme thing, I don't want to be there
Yeah.
with my parents. So I skipped episode 2, went to episode 3. What do you know?
Which
Entire
one's that?
fucking episode is about a sex worker. It is the most graphic sex scenes. I watched episode 3.
How about that guy's dick?
I didn't. What?
There's a guy who just walks around with his dick out.
I must have skipped that because I watched like 15 minutes of the episode. Was like, all right, I can't do this.
The guy
anymore.
who wants, so one of the guys that she goes to see wants. He's like, I have a girlfriend and I can't cheat on her.
Yeah.
But I watch porn.
I
need you to
one.
be the
that is
porn
the third.
for me.
That is the third sex scene, and the first two are very graphic. Like she steps on a guy's face. Slaps him,
like
sticks her toes in her
a lot of
mouth.
toes and
Like,
feet stuff.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Couldn't give me a fucking heads up about
Yeah.
that while I'm watching. I went back and I watched the second episode. It is not even close to being as bad as the third one.
Foot and mouth isn't sex, Pete.
Fuck you! And there's tits everywhere.
Yeah.
She is naked the entire time.
Yeah, that was.
80% of her on-screen time is naked.
Did I swing and miss on that? Yeah, Pete, I did.
You really fucking did.
I screwed the pooch. I had a sex
fucking
scene with the
asshole.
pooch. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot about that.
I was really upset about that. I was very mad at you.
Well, I don't know if this has been a great endorsement for that show. I mean, we both love it, and every spot they showed a few new places in Chicago that we haven't visited on our easy sightseeing tours. That's what we should do. We should, for like 2 weeks in the summer, we should live in Chicago and give tours of places that they show on Easy. And then people are like, oh, is this near Wrigley Field? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm
not from here.
Yeah, I'm just a fan of Easy. Get out of here.
We did go to the brewery.
We went to the brewery that they talk about a lot.
Which is Half Acre, right?
Yeah, Half Acre.
Dave Franco wears a shirt of
Yeah.
Half Acre this time around.
Ooh, so I'm probably gonna find what that shirt is and get it because I have a Lamplighter brewery shirt. We've discussed that.
Yep.
Yeah, I should get a Half Acre shirt. That'd be fun. That and also a Polaroid camera.
Yes.